streaming again. Whoa. Someone needed to warn me about that. And by that, I mean the sound of my own voice assaulting my ears. So, hi everybody. If you're watching this in the future on my YouTube. Today we are playing a scary game. It is called Her Story, and it is a crime game. And my goal in this game is to search this really old, like, database center to see clips. Hey, Bree! I didn't stream yesterday because it was New Year's Eve. I just did not have it in me. But I will be searching this database for clues to solve a murder. See, search terms are murder, search, and then all the little clips are gonna pop up. I didn't even stream, so I will say, one thing I do know about this game is that the clips aren't gonna be in order. So, I believe this woman's husband died, and we've gotta figure out what happened. Oh, there's other things. Really, readme.txt. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you access. Everything seems to work. Sorry, I gotta take off my shoes, I'm tweaking. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage, possibly because those tapes got damaged. New year, new stream, new game. Hey, let me know how that audio sounds. There's just kind of background music right now. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Once the characters start talking, let me know. I couldn't find the server, but figured this would take enough. SB. Okay. Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. Yeah, this looks real modern. The Logic Database is one of many continuing efforts to digitize workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed and okay, so that explains it. And the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g. robbery, into the search field. Click search and the database will return all the clips in which the speaker said that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words, like robbery supermarket. Okay. You can be even more precise. Inverted commas, statement, yes, I was there. Okay. To store a clip for later reference, click add to session. Okay. Also, if you wish to add tags of your own to help future searches, please click the user tags box and type in your desired tags. Okay, I do know that in this game you're supposed to be taking notes. Guys, watch this. Did you guys know that I have an in-home delivery service? Hi, can you please bring me my notebook that's in the Christmas bag on the elephant-shaped stool in the living room? Thank you. So, I will be taking notes in this game because I heard that you have to take a lot of notes. I'm having my husband... Hi, Kay! It's good to see you! My husband is going to be bringing me my notebook really quick so I can write all this stuff down because it said to take notes. So the only thing is rubbish, log off, and then those 2 text documents. Wait, can I move this around? Ooh, Southeast Constabulary. Constabulary? Am I saying that right? And then clock. It is 16:06:26. That's the current time.
Do you need a pencil?
I got it.
Pen?
Thank you.
Welcome. In case you don't want to use the pretty one, there's also just the normal planner.
Okay, I think it's a planner, but oh, it's got writing in it.
Yeah, I checked.
Yeah, big guns. Okay.
Let me know when you solve the mystery.
Is the audio good?
When I was listening to it, yeah.
Perfect. All right. So with our first clip being murder, let's get started. Let's jump right into it. There's no tags.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay, so she doesn't even know if it's murder or not. Who is she? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out if we see who was murdered.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon was murdered. Simon equals murdered. I am a little bit unsure of how I'm gonna be able to play this because I've heard it's difficult, like to win, quote unquote. I've heard that there's not like a solution. Like if you just figure out what happened, then you won. Simon equals murdered. That's exactly what I wrote. Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Oh. So she's a suspect. That would be really cool if I knew what her name was. Play.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing.
Hey, you heard the lady.
And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
What? Homegirl's making up fan fiction about Simon's murder. Lady equals suspect. Thank you. Yes. All right. So, I think the most logical way to go from there is to do Simon. Well, not do Simon. Nobody take that out of context.
Simon Smith.
Simon
He
Smith.
works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
All right. He works at Ernest Brothers Glass, and he makes mirrors. That's pretty cool. Let's add that to the session. I'm looking 5 hours into the future, seeing you with pictures on a corkboard with red thread. That's me. It's gonna be like that scene from Always Sunny where he's like, ah! That's literally me. Okay, let's see what's next.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair.
I'm just writing all this down.
He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair.
Okay, interviewer equals ginger.
Instead of spring photo.
Aliens, I love it.
Last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Okay, they went on a holiday together. I'm going to assume, oh, sorry, they went on a vacation together. I just repeated what she said. I'm going to assume that this is her husband or boyfriend. So, well, I don't even know her name, so I can't write that down.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
We have a new person, and his name is Peter. Peter Pan. All right, Peter. We don't know anything about him. All right. I don't think that was worthy of putting in the session. Let's see.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know. Climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
Mario? Donkey Kong? Okay. I don't know if that was in real life or in my headset, but it kind of sounded like someone was walking behind me for a second. Maybe my house is haunted. Pro gamer.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy.
It was definitely in the game.
Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay, so my avenues from here. We have mentioned Peter. We have mentioned Rome. They went on a holiday. So I have holiday, I have Rome, I have Peter. Not sure what we should go with next. And then he liked to play video games. I don't really see how that's gonna help. So let's start with Rome. I guess that's not that important because that's the one I just listened to. Okay, never mind. Let's try Peter. Okay, look at me. I am on fire today. Holiday? Okay.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton.
Brighton?
It too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Okay, we've done holiday. I'm gonna cross that off. We've done Rome. We've done Peter. Now we have Brighton and hotel. That's what I'm gathering. And if any of you have any suggestions for what you want me to search, let me know. I'll do it. Okay, stakes are low. Here we go. They were at a hotel.
And the hotel said he was there?
So it sounds like the last place that he was seen was at a hotel. That's what I'm assuming.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name.
Oh?
We stayed at the hotel, had room service.
Oh my God!
Didn't leave the room. Had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells.
Homegirl.
Like you said, it was very romantic.
Like you said, it was very romantic. So we know romantic was used earlier. She did use a fake name. I don't know why she would use a fake name. Yeah, business trip. They were getting down to business. That's... Okay, so Simon is either his girlfriend, his wife, or she was using a fake name. So maybe it was his mistress, his lover, his dirty little side piece, you know what I'm saying? Because why else would she need to use a fake name? Let's search fake name. Okay, I'm pretty sure she said that literally. All right. Okay, we haven't seen anything in these outfits before, so we're gonna figure out what she says there, because I searched names, so maybe they'll be like, oh, state your name. My name is blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm hoping.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith.
Ah!
Shit. Sorry.
Did she... I'm sorry.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Why'd she do that? Did she burp or something? What?
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
She's doing a lie detector test, so she was probably only supposed to just answer yes or no. So this suspect... Yes, it is. Absolutely. I will turn that up for you. Let me see. Test, test. I'm just looking at how loud my audio is compared to that audio. Okay. I'm gonna play it one more time. Let me know.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Let me know if that was good, if I need to do it even more. Your wish is my command. So, suspect we have as Hannah Smith. Okay. If at any point you need me to change it, just let me know. All right, suspect Hannah Smith. We're gonna say, for now, tentatively, this is the girlfriend. All right. I don't think I need to add that to session, because... What's the one we have added to session, actually? I forgot.
Simon.
Okay.
Simon Smith.
Just him being a glassmaker. I actually think we can... Access limited to first 5 entries. Oh, okay. Okay, we have name.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H.
It's a palindrome.
It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work for Merrick though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
The way... 31 Gladstone Street. Hold on. Lock in. Dude, the way that she spelled it, H-A-N-N-A-H, and she was like, it's a palindrome. It was so funny because I was like, oh, a palindrome. And I never noticed the name Hannah was a palindrome before, and she said it right when I did. Yes, Simon was a glassmaker. He worked at a glass shop. He did lots of artistic, like, mirror making. I guess he made, like, sculptures and mirrors and stuff like that. So she lives at 31 Gladstone. Her name is Hannah.
I would have been a good mother.
Oh.
I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
Okay, we lost a baby.
We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
That was weird. Do you think that was weird? Okay. Lost a baby named Ava. So she lost a baby named Ava. She said her name was a palindrome. She was very proud of the fact her name is a palindrome. And then she said she wanted to name the baby Sarah, which, let me see how that was spelled. No, that would not have been a palindrome. And it would not have been symmetrical either way, either with the H or just the A. And she didn't want her baby to have a symmetrical name. Wardrobe change, is that clip before or after the others? Let me see. This one's dated 30/06/94, and this one is dated 18/06/94. So they were all within the same month. So let's see, wait. 6 and hold on. Oh, it's backwards because it's the UK. Hold on. It's not. Wait. It's the 18th of June of 1994 there. And then it's the 30th of June, 1994 here. So the ones in the white shirt were done later. Good catch. White equals later. But it is important to note that these could have taken place all over the course of several days, because we also have this shirt when it was done in July. The lie detector test was done in July. The lie in July. I'm not gonna remember any of this. Okay. All right, so we have 3 different clips here. I do find it weird that she was super excited about her name being a palindrome and being symmetrical, and then out of nowhere she was like, I don't want my baby to have a symmetrical name. That's crazy.
My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
What? Hold on.
My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
So, she said your lie detector works. The only question she failed was her name. Does that mean that her name is a pseudonym? I have suspect Hannah Smith. I'm gonna write down Hannah Smith may not be real name. Maybe she has like a different last name. Cause like I socially go by my husband's last name, but legally I still have my maiden name. All right. Name, lie detector. Let's see. Let's see if she talks any more about Ava. Nope, just one. All right. Lie detector. Sorry, I'm illiterate. Here we go.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
Well, if it didn't, the police wouldn't be using it, so... I mean, it could... lie detector tests aren't 100% accurate, but, like... There's a reason. Hang on. Wait a minute. I feel like I'm dreaming something, but when she said shit earlier...
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith.
Okay, that was during...
Oh, shit. Sorry.
That was during the lie detector session. Okay, wait. Why not?
Was he my first?
Oh,
No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl.
Carl?
He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy.
Hey, girl. Can't blame you
We
there.
were 15.
Okay. You know what? Now I'm just being nosy. Does she say anything else about Carl? Oh. Yes. I wrote them down in what order they happened. The first session was the white and blue floral shirt. The second session was the blue shirt. Let me see what session this was. This was on July of 1994. So, June. Okay, it's not backwards. How is that possible? Wait. I could have swore one of them, 18, was the first number. So that's...
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us.
Oh!
I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything.
Differences.
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him.
So she's not
It was
Hannah.
that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at.
Oh, girl.
It
That
got
wasn't...
difficult.
That wasn't necessary.
When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin.
Okay. Wait.
And lots of excuses.
Whoa!
After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze.
I'm intruding! I'm sorry!
We used a hairbrush.
Oh!
After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one pushing boys. Until Simon.
Whoa. The music changed. What the HE double hockey sticks? What the hell did I just watch? Why is the music different? Huh? I don't even know where to start with that. Okay. So there's two sisters, because she said that Hannah was the shy one. Oh, wait. And when I wrote that Hannah may not be her name, dude, I don't like this music. It sounds like in credits music. There's no way I figured it out, because I don't even know who killed Simon. I don't even know this woman's name. She's apparently Hannah's sister, but I think she does have a twin sister. That would make sense. Obviously, she explained having a twin, but I wrote here that Hannah might not be her real name. So, let me start a new page. This is so crazy. Okay, wait. And I'm trying to figure out the mystery so bad that I'm completely glazing over the fact that that story she just told was absolutely horrendous. What in the chicken fried shit did she just say? Okay. Sister 1 was married to Simon. Is Hannah. Sister 1 is Hannah. She is in love with Simon. She is shy. Sister 2, we don't know the name of. Her ex-boyfriend was Carl. And apparently, this is so juicy. This is so juicy. Apparently, Hannah and her sister, who I don't know the name of, used to share Carl when they were 15, which poor Carl, because he probably didn't know. And Hannah was shy, but this one wasn't. I don't know her name. Let's add that to session. Hey, also, that was pretty horrendous, but I think I'm gonna have to listen to it again for facts.
Differences? She's a better driver than me.
Better driver.
She passed the test for us.
Better driver.
I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything.
So some search terms could be car.
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first.
Okay.
She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin.
What do you mean couldn't let him see, girl? It's not like he's gonna swipe through there and be like, oh, V card.
We decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
That's crazy. Okay, we don't need to hear the rest of that story. Better driver. Let's see what chat says. That raises a question if it's the same person and all. Ooh. I'll have to find out more. Is this before or after the lie detector test? This one is 30794. And the lie detector test was, let me go back to the lie detector test one. I added that to session. I can't tell if these are dated like UK or US. One second. Lie. Okay. 30794. So this one,
I've never taken a lie detector test.
when the lie detector test was taken, it was the same day as the twin sister story. So the twin sister was announced. Hang on, this one just says lie. I don't want to watch that one right now because I'm on a witch hunt. Okay, better driver, Simon. What about sister? What about sister? Day, month, year. Okay, perfect. Whoa, we are breaking down Wonderwall right now. The lie detector test was taken like 20 minutes before she's talking about her twin. Okay, let me write down a timeline really quick. There's like a background sound that's like I think it's supposed to be a mouse clicking in the background. It goes like tick, tick, but it sounds like when my dogs shake and their ears flop around. Timeline. First it was... Okay, here's a good idea. I'm writing this timeline. Yeah, the toxic gossip train. I don't even know the rest of that stupid video. YouTube apology time. Okay, I'm gonna write down a timeline and then we're gonna figure out which sister was in which video. So white with blue flowers. They also wear the same colors a lot, which is really crazy. White with blue was done first. Then this one is the 1st of July. This one is the 18th of June. So that would put dark blue shirt second. So I'm gonna do 06, 18, dark blue, and then I'm losing train of thought. Dark blue. She has a blue t-shirt in the interview where we can see the arm tattoo. Okay, good observation. Blue t-shirt. And that was done on the 1st of July. And then the white shirt was done on the 3rd of July. '07-03. And then the lie detector test I'm gonna do separately. And there we go. So we know the lie detector test was not Hannah. We've got to figure out which of these interviews are Hannah and which of them are her sister.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting.
Okay.
Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face.
She knew what? That one must have been poignant too, because there's that freaking music again. I've got it mixed up which one is who. Suspect may not be real name. Let's look back up name again, and then maybe we can figure out who's who. Her name's Hannah, right?
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith.
Okay, so the lie detector, the white shirt are named Hannah. All right, we're getting somewhere. Which is crazy because I thought all of this was about Hannah. And we know Hannah is shy, and we know she's a better driver, and we know that she was married to Simon, and we know that she shared a boyfriend with her sister, and the boyfriend's name was Carl when they were like 15. All right. What did I have saved here?
Differences?
Okay, yeah, this one. Okay. Where she like starts trauma dumping on us all. Let's see here.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
Okay, this is the girl who was
We were going
pregnant.
to call her Sarah.
But they both could have been pregnant. What if they were both pregnant?
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his name.
The horse's name was
I didn't
Friday.
want her to have a symmetrical name.
Okay. She didn't want a symmetrical name. No tattoo! Ooh, you are so goated. Okay. Wait. Okay. So, we got a tattoo here.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there.
Okay.
It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it.
Whoa!
Pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel. Had room service. Didn't leave the room. Had a great view of the river. And you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Okay. Maybe that's the sister stealing the girlfriend. Stealing the boyfriend? She's capping? Okay, wait.
I would have been a good mother.
Yeah, you would have been a good mom. We get it. I'm just trying to figure out which interview is which person, because I feel like once we can figure that out, it'll be easier to tell.
My name is Hannah.
Okay.
Hannah.
Dark blue shirt is also supposedly Hannah. All right, the white shirt with the blue flowers here, and then the blue t-shirt. That would make me assume that that's the sister. But they don't, no, one of these has got to be the sister and one of these has got to be Hannah. All right. Obviously, that sounds stupid, but they can't both be the same sister. They've got to be different sisters. Let's see here. Let's search tattoo and see if we can... Okay. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality.
Okay.
It's an apple and a snake.
Apple and a snake, and I also just got an achievement for that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Apple and a snake. Like, that's from Adam and Eve. I mean, it's not confirmed it was an apple, but like, that's associated with Adam and Eve. Interesting.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos.
Simon doesn't have
He
any
has a
tattoos.
scar down here near his stomach,
Okay.
past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago.
He was a glass maker, ladies and
He looks
gents.
just like the photo.
Her name is Eve. I'm not sure if her name is Eve
The camera.
or if it's like a
He needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read.
Okay, Simon.
Newspaper or
I'm writing this
in the
down.
restaurant.
Simon
Not so
needs
much
glasses.
for watching TV. He likes TV.
And it sounds like he needs them for small things. Glasses for small things, like TV or reading the newspaper, but he doesn't always wear them, according to that. Her name could be Eve. Let's search Eve and see what comes up. It could also just be a biblical thing. Oh my God, did she pass out?
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
What? That didn't help me at all. She had a friend named Eve? The sister did? Hannah did?
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Okay.
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown.
Okay, this is a crazy confession.
But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
All right.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him.
Okay. Groupie.
The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, that's a good one.
Station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve, so my parents let me off.
Your friend Eve. Your friend Eve? So, the sister without a tattoo of the apple and the snake. What? What? Oh my god. Is she talking to herself?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
This, you can see it in the eyes, Loka. This chick crazy. Quit doing that. Was that Morse code? Hold on. Poor Simon. Hold on, how many taps is this?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Oh my god, I can't hear it.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Oh my god, I almost got it that time. I think it's Morse code.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wait. Hold on. Oh, if that's Morse code, I feel like a genius. Because I got 3 short, 1 long, 3 short, 4 long, 5 long, 1 short, 1 short, 5 long, 4 long, 5 long. It's all dots though. I thought she was doing it on different. Wait a minute. Hang on.
What are you doing talking?
1. No. No, I think there's long. Hang on, I think the long taps. Let me look up Morse code. I'm cheating. I'm looking up Morse code. Is this metagaming? Would my character, the investigator, the great investigator, know Morse code? Maybe. Morse code translator. 3 short is S, which I knew that from SOS. Whoa, that's the wrong side of the pen. S. It's also on different hands. I did see that, but I do think I hear distinct short and longs because it's like da 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 da. And I think that second one is a long S. 1, 2, 1 long. Hold on, wait, I bet I can just type it in a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long. 1, 2, 3. This is crazy. Yeah, there's no way I can get that. I'm sorry, there's no way I can decipher that, bro. We're gonna have to add that to the session and move on to the next. So, what I did gather from that is she's like, Hannah, 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 why are you talking about Eve? So that tells me that the one in the blue shirt, in the blue and white shirt, is Hannah. And if Hannah has a sister, it would be the blue t-shirt. And that makes sense because that's the only one we've seen with a tattoo. I'm seeing maybe try to search for the word taps. We can totally try that. Okay.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by...
Oh my god.
That we'd learned from a book. The knock code.
Knock code.
Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
You're like on fire. You are doing a great job. Okay.
Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Bought a cat anyway. Decode the name of a famous... Okay, that's a freaking puzzle. How do you read the knock code? The first series of taps indicates the row, and the second series indicates the column. Okay, wait. 3 and 1, it looks like, is L. Okay, L. And then 3 and 4. 2, 3, 4. Low. L-O. 3, 1, no. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the 5th row. And it's 1. V. It's gonna spell love. L-O-V. And then 1. Yeah. And then 5 is E. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I feel like a genius. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th row again. It would be U. Okay. So she tapped out love you. Here's what I'm looking at, by the way, for you guys who are visual learners. Hold on. There we go. So everything she gave was in a series of 2. So the first 2 knocks she did were 3 and then 1. 3 and then 4. 5 and then 1. So you would go 3 and then 1, and that's L, and so on. And that's how I figured that out. Now, was it metagaming to Google the knock code? I'm gonna say no, because she explicitly told me. She tapped out love you. Hang on, let's watch that again and see what she's saying that in reference to. Hannah, Hannah, Hannah.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Okay, so she really loves Eve. And her sister and her would... I also don't think love you was a game-breaking detail. No, I don't either. Unless I had a really nasty, dirty thought this is some kind of weird obsession with her sister, and she's like really, really like unhealthily in love with her sister, like in a romantic way, because of the whole, you know, story. Okay, let's move on. Taps. By the way, Kay, thank you so much for having me search the word taps. Let's move on. We can pretty much narrow down that the white with blue flowers shirts is Hannah. Let's do switch. I'm searching the word switch because I want to see if they tell any other stories where they switched and pretended to be each other. Maybe then we can get their names. Okay, well. Womp womp. The knocks in the same one. Wait, the one that explains the knocks is the same one who knocks her head on the table? Let me see. Let me look up taps. White shirt. Yes. Yes. The one in the white shirt, this one, is also the same one as this one, according to what I have written down. Now, apparently, they do like to trifle. They do like to swap places. We know they have done that before. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on, hold on. Did you see the cogs turning? Wait. The lie detector test. When she said my name is the only question I lied about. Wait a minute. Which one was that?
My name is Hannah.
Okay.
H-A.
Wasn't this one. It was after the lie detector test. Yes! Wait!
My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Okay, wait. Oh, okay. So the one in the whitish / gray shirt, that's not Hannah! She's pretending to be Hannah. Holy shiz. Okay. I'm gonna put imposter on those. And then, this is crazy. We're adding it to session. Okay, imposter. Sister pretending to be Hannah. We don't even know her name for sure. Like, the only hint here... No, because I thought it was Eve at first, but Hannah's talking about Eve as if it was her friend. She keeps saying my friend Eve. I feel like if her name was Eve, she would say my sister. So I'm gonna say imposter sister, not Hannah. I'm coining that from you. Taking it from you. So wait. Let's do lie. Oh, that's not a word. Lie. We haven't seen this one.
Well, a week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Wow, that's not what I meant at all. What about Eve? We haven't searched Eve yet.
My mother called me Eve.
Whoa. Huh. I feel like she'd have the motive to lie and say they were friends, though. Sister is really verifiable, if that makes sense. Yeah. She just said my mother called me Eve. But does that mean her name is Eve? For all intents and purposes, I am going to say Eve is what we're gonna call her. We're gonna call her Eve like this. I'm gonna do it with quotes. So the one in the white shirt is Eve. And then if the one in the white shirt is Eve, the one with the white and the blue shirt is Hannah. I'm gonna put Eve here. Eve. It's really weird to me that they said, like, one of them was super happy that her name was a palindrome, and the other one is like, no, she didn't say palindrome, she said symmetrical. Eve is symmetrical. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. It's almost symmetrical. I'm trying to imagine if you fold it in half. No, it's not symmetrical. Hannah is if you do it vertically, right? No, it's not. Never mind. It's not quite. Both are palindromes, but neither of them are symmetrical. And they brought that up earlier. I don't know why that was significant. So the one in the white shirt, she said her mother called me Eve. So what about we search mother? Here we go. We have a new shirt. Shit. Now I've got to figure out which one this is. It's the same exact shirt as the blue one, but it's orange. Okay. This one was done on the 27th of June. And we don't know who this one is, but it's an orange shirt. Here we go.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad.
They also have bangs. I don't know if they both have
trapped.
bangs.
She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
All right, do they all have bangs? Yeah, it looks like in this one they're just pulled back.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower.
I want something that
Rapunzel
I
gets
want.
pregnant by the prince.
Whoa.
And Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind.
Why is the prince
She kills him
blind?
with her tears, and so it's a happy ending.
What? What kind of story? This
Is
is.
that too much?
Is that like Brothers Grimm? I don't know the original story. Okay, here we go.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me.
Definitely not the Disney version. That's got to be the Brothers Grimm. Okay,
It's
not
a
her
real
real
life
mom.
fairy tale.
It's a real life fairy tale. Oh my god. Why are these so short? I love how they're like, we are going to revolutionize this so that it's super easy to organize footage. And it's like the least organized way to organize footage ever. Mother called me Eve. I'm gonna do story. You know what? Why not? Why not?
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The
Yeah,
present was a
I
mirror.
did write that
A
down. That
nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story.
okay.
He made it specially for me.
I just realized it's a new shirt. It's the same color as the t-shirt, but it's not the t-shirt, it's a polo. Oh my god, how many interviews are there? Wait, they were talking about a mirror and he was a glassmaker.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
I'm writing all this
The present
down.
was a mirror.
The
A
shirt.
nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Blue polo. And no tattoo. She's talking about, I think I can kind of tell which ones are which. Hannah's the shy one. She talks a little bit more daintier. Have you noticed that? This is Hannah. Yes, I think this is Hannah. And obviously Simon would also make her the mirror if he worked at a glass shop. Like that's something you would make your husband. And we know that Simon is canon Hannah's husband, or boyfriend. Hannah and Simon are like this, all right? So we did learn about mirror. I'm gonna search mirror next. I have a list of words that I'm searching. I'm gonna do mirror next. But I do want to finish these out just so we can get them out of the way because we don't know anything about this orange shirt girl.
Yes. Here's the story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
This one is, I think this one is the sister. I'm gonna call her Eve. I think this one's Eve. Because Hannah talks more like this, and she's a little bit more refined, I'd say. And then Eve is more assertive, is what I'm gathering. I'm forming a motive and possible plot line. I think, I'm gonna throw this out here. We know, here's what we know. Hannah loves Simon. Shy. Hold on.
Differences?
No, not this story again. God, please don't make me listen to that.
Simon.
The one where she's like, all right, I confess, we were there. Who do we think that is? Yeah, I didn't spell that right. There we go. Watch this. Thank you.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there.
That was Eve. That was Eve. And look, the one with the tattoo is Eve. The blue t-shirt is Eve. But let's listen to that story one more time, shall we?
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells.
You
Like
bitch!
you said, it was very romantic.
Yeah, cheating on your sister's boyfriend. Real romantic. Okay. There's also settings. Anti-glare filter. I don't know. This one is nicer to play. But honestly, this one is more like backroomsy aesthetic analog. I like the aesthetic of this one. This one does look easier on my eyes though, I'm not gonna lie. This is making my eyes feel a lot better. But something about this is so grimy, makes me feel like I'm a cop. Okay, so we're gonna go with that one. Let's go back to what that story said though. I think this one, we know canonically, the one with the tattoo is Eve. I have that written down. She just said she was with Simon. Simon is cheating on Hannah with Eve.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. Got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat.
Cheat.
If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam.
Okay.
There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
All right, I'm gonna go back to mirror. We keep talking about that mirror like crazy. What do we have going on here?
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
I think the orange is Hannah. I think the orange one is Hannah. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna pencil whip it in there though, so like it's not a hundo, but I do think the orange one is Hannah. This mirror is important.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
That was really creepy at the end.
So it's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
What? Okay, so this mirror wasn't silvered properly. I'm not a mirror smith. I'm not a glass. My daddy wasn't a glass maker, okay? So I don't know what she's talking about. We didn't see the... Hold on.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking.
I love it. The
I guess.
conspiracy.
She's been cooking him his favourite meal.
Okay, she's...
She's his wife. And he's
This
asleep
one-
and she doesn't want to wake him.
This one's definitely Hannah.
Because he's ill. That's why she's sad.
Yep, this one's Hannah.
Because he's ill and he might die.
He might die. Stupid. Okay.
It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure it ends.
Alright. Whatever. Let's go back to guitar. Yeah.
You want me to play something?
This is Eve. Eve.
Not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No. It's okay.
Today is gonna be the day.
Traditional ballad. Should be right up your street.
Wow.
There were two sisters came walking by the sea.
Okay.
Oh, the wind and the rain.
Is this a classic song I'm supposed to know?
Eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
This is not, girl, this is not a classic, right?
Both had a love for the captain's son.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to that. But I just gotta say, I think it's hilarious that she's like, oh, so you want me to play something for you? Well, I'm not the world's best guitar player, but let me play a classic song for you. It's a classic. You know, the one where I retell a traumatic story that happened to me from my childhood that Okay, moving on.
Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. All the dreadful wind and rain.
Ooh, yeah!
Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Did she dye her hair brown at some point?
So she pushed her in and held her down.
Yeah!
Oh, the wind and the rain.
This is exactly like Pumped Up
Watched
Kicks.
her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the
Dreadful wind and rain.
Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful
Wind and rain.
Out comes the captain's son. Oh,
The dread-
wind and the rain.
Yeah!
Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
I'm swimming. Was that
That's really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
And then it gets really weird. Girl, it was already weird. You already made it weird. Yeah, I love the investigators are appreciative of this blatant exposition. So funny, I almost feel like that was a confession. What we understand here from the Ballad of the Wind and Rain. Okay. Wind and Rain. Song. what we learned. Two sisters. Oldest one is jealous of younger one. I'm not gonna lie, I think Eve did it because she's coming off as crazy. Anyway, two sister, oldest is jealous of younger. Younger is blonde, which is weird because both of these sisters have brown hair. Youngest is blonde. They both loved the same kiddo. Loved the same boy. So, oldest one tries to drown. Sorry this is taking me so long to write. Tries to drown younger. Now, one of them did tell a story about how they pushed their heads under, and then we can figure out who was older and who was younger. Pushed. Nope. Head. There we go.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Period. Okay, so Hannah is the shy one. She is more timid. But we know that Hannah, under Hannah's profile, I'm gonna put that she is the oldest sister. And she pushed Eve's head underwater because they were jealous of the same boy. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that she pushed her sister's head under because her sister kept screwing her boyfriend. Like, her sister was too shy to get Carl's attention. And then she was like, hey, I'm too shy to get Carl's attention. Could you ask him out in my place? And then Eve's like, yeah, I'll ask him out in his place. And then they start boinking. Yeah, I'd be mad too. I would also push my sister's head under the water. But anyway, that's my suspicion there. But we have learned uno thing. I'm so glad you checked because I would have been very wrong. We have learned one thing. Eve is kind of a loose cannon. She kind of comes off as crazy. Hence her singing a song about her sister pushing her underwater. That's kind of crazy. But we also know that when Hannah has had enough, and she can also have a breaking point. Hence the anger with her sister. So that's crazy. I'm gonna go back to the word story because there were a couple videos that I hadn't watched there. No, not story. Guitar, my bad. And I thought that was interesting.
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Simon didn't play guitar. Do you know who does? Eve. Okay, Simon, I'm writing this down. Confirmed, which we already know from the hotel story, but I'm just gonna put it down. Simon cheating with Eve. This is crazy. Okay. We have one more about guitar, and I'm
Yes.
set.
Yeah, it's my guitar.
Oh, Hannah also plays guitar. But she said, did Simon play guitar? And she's like, no, Simon didn't play guitar. So that leads me to think that they found a guitar in the hotel room. Why? Okay, that's gotta be Eve's guitar. Both sisters play guitar? I mean, that's not that weird. They're twins, but whatever. Moving on. Here we go. A reprise of The Wind and Rain.
Really?
Oh my god. At the end of the last video, she said, I'm gonna stop because it gets really weird after that. This is the part 2. This is the really weird part. I'm excited to see what she thinks is really weird.
Really? Okay. Here's the rest.
Yeah!
Made a body on the doctor. Oh, the wind and the rain.
Yeah!
Till the fiddler with the fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful
Wind and rain.
And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain.
Yeah!
Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. the fiddle could play was all the wind and the rain.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was all the dreadful wind and rain.
Okay.
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Did she kill her sister? Yeah, that's a confession, Bree. That is a confession. Did they kill the younger sister? Maybe they had 3 sisters. Because listen, if Eve and Hannah are twins and the younger sister was blonde, that means it wasn't even Hannah that the song's about. Maybe Eve killed their younger sister. I'm gonna search sisters. Okay, wait a minute.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Okay, so they had a loving moment.
My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Wait, no. Let's do this.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs.
Okay, not what I needed, but here we go.
It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Okay. Whoa, whoa! Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? That was crazy.
Florence was a warm, kind person,
Florence, is that the mom?
but she was broken, I guess.
I'm gonna assume that's their mom.
When I found her diary, I also
Yep.
found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it.
Daughter
All
of Florence
papers.
under Hannah and Eve.
Letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
Damn.
But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow,
A war widow.
one of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that was the end. We're gonna go back to Florence. Florence Pugh. Hang on, I can do it. Give me a minute. No, I can't. I'm trying to do the Florence Pugh smile. Or frown. Hold on.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead,
Why the frick?
but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Every time we watch a video of Florence, that shows up. That's like haunted.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby.
Oh.
I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Oh.
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Okay. That story makes sense in a weird way. And that's why I will never have a home birth. Period.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road.
Hannah, okay, because this is Eve.
I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Mirror. There's so many themes of mirrors.
She was me.
No, girl. Oh my god. What is the ghost in the machine?
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
No ghost after that one? Oh man. Okay. Should we pause to straighten things out? Sure. So, here's what I know. Eve is the daughter Oh, I just realized something. She said she found her mother's diary. It wasn't her real mother. Florence was the midwife. Okay, got it. So the diary that she found was not the diary of Hannah's mom. Hannah's mom had no diary, just Eve's, okay? I do want to write down paper, admit on paper, or writing, or write, because she did say it's crazy the amount of things that people will admit on paper. So I'm gonna search like writing and write down and stuff like that next. Eve is the daughter of their mother, but no, Hannah is not the daughter of Florence. Oh my God. I'm gonna put adoptive, because I don't know how to put like what, stolen daughter? Adoptive daughter of Florence on Eve. Eve grew up jealous of Hannah across the street. And the reason that she grew up jealous is because when they were born, the midwife presumably couldn't have kids. So when she saw that her client was giving birth to unexpected twins, she told the mom, oh, this one's stillborn, and then took it home for herself. Okay, is that enough of a straighten out, or do we need to consider even more? Because all I've gotten from this is that she said it's crazy to admit, it's crazy the things that people will admit to on paper. So I could search write, I could search paper, I could search writing, and I could also search adoptive. The Florence died. I'm gonna say maybe Eve somehow killed her mom, and I don't have any evidence of that, or killed Florence, her adoptive stolen mom, I'm gonna say that strictly not because of anything that happened in the game, but because every time we heard a story about Florence, a ghost of a woman would appear, and like there was like red and blue cop lights. So that makes me think Florence was killed, because Florence died, confirmed. Florence is dead. Florence's diary is the one that Eve read. Florence is the adoptive mother of Eve, but not the biological mother. So, what if we looked up mother?
I would have been a good mother.
Yeah. I want to hear about your mom. Okay, what about Florence? What about diary? We're gonna get more picture now, I think.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember.
This is Hannah. So I don't think this is related.
Of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words.
Here we go again.
This gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Okay, here we are again about putting things on paper. Let's look up writing.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
So all this time of her talking in secret to her sister, she's talking in secret to her sister because her parents allegedly did not let her leave the house. And her sister was, her parents didn't, Hannah's parents didn't know that they had a twin daughter. How about Domino? Here we go.
No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots.
Okay.
And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Cat flap. We never did anything about the cat flap. Here we go.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Okay.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Blonde wig. In The Wind and the Rain, the younger sister had blonde hair. If Hannah was born first, maybe Eve wears a wig. She said she checked into a hotel with a fake name. Hold on. I think blonde is where we need to go. Oh my god. Okay, we have 2 whole videos. Eve could be actually blonde, or she could just be crazy and have this like blonde persona, is what I'm thinking. Like when she went to the hotel and said she had a fake name, maybe she wore a blonde wig so that she looked different from her twin sister. Or maybe when they were younger, she would dye her hair blonde or bleach her hair blonde to look different from her sister. That's kind of where I'm going with this right now.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
All right, that we have a new character, a new Bombshell has entered the villa. Helen.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Blonde hairs were found at the crime scene. There was a blonde wig. Do we want to keep pursuing this blonde thing, or do we want to jump to Helen? I say while we're on the blonde train, we keep going and we look for wig. And then I'm gonna write down Helen as what we're gonna look at next. Helen. Here we go.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off.
Oh, she does! I told you Eve wears a blonde wig!
We grew tired of fighting and I left.
I think Eve wears a blonde wig to differentiate herself from her sister, because after growing up and seeing her sister like as a mirror, as a reflection of her, she wanted a way to differentiate herself. And that's why in the song that she wrote, The Wind and Rain, she depicts herself as blonde. She may not have actually been blonde as a kid, but she wears this wig to differentiate the Eve person, like the Eve person from the Helen person, so people can tell them apart. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Eve killed Simon. I think Eve killed Simon. Perform and singer, that's a good one. Let me know in the chat whether you want me to go down the route of like performing and singing or go down the Helen thing. Personally, I think performing and singing is gonna have more like hits, because I'm thinking that Eve did it as of right now. But I'm gonna continue watching this wig thing.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding.
A wedding?
After the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
Oh, yikes.
There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic.
Oh my god.
It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I
started wearing a wig! Yes!
Hannah and I would meet up in the park.
Okay.
I was trying to get pregnant.
With who, girl?
But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers.
Okay.
Drunk guys I'd met in clubs.
Y'all need therapy.
Highways. I was 17.
She wore a wig when she's a teenager.
It felt like I was being punished.
Why was she trying to get pregnant at 17? Hannah betrayed us.
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
Well, no shit, you're having sex in alleyways. Hey, no shame. I'm not trying to slut shame. I'm just saying.
When we met up, it was disturbing.
Wrap it before you
For
tap
the
it.
first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed.
Oh, she was fat.
If
Damn.
anything, I was getting skinnier.
Oh, it's the end of the world.
Kind of hard to look sometimes.
Pregnant is a good word. I'm writing that down
talked
too.
about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
All right. Look. Oh my god, there's that thing again. It's not just Florence. Okay, I don't know what caused that. That may just be randomized too. Here's what I'm thinking. You know how she said I wore a blonde wig when I performed? She was also wearing a blonde wig around the age of 17. Simon knew there were 2 of them, yes. I think, yeah, we watched a video earlier where she was like, I'm trying to think of what she said. It was Eve, I think, speaking. And she was like, so then Simon was just introduced to this sister who he didn't even know his wife had. So, like, eventually after they were married, Hannah did tell Simon that there were two of them. And I think that's when Simon started cheating on Hannah with Eve. Hence the hotel story and everything. But what I was saying, Eve wore a wig that was blonde when they were teenagers. We know this because of the Wind and the Rain song. She said when she pushed her under, when they were fighting over Carl, she had long blonde hair. And where I'm going with that is, she also said she wore a wig when she was trying to get pregnant when she was about 17. So she wore a blonde wig in her teens. When she said perform, I'm wondering if she was like a dancer, like a pole dancer. And I'm getting that impression because she said she met like guys in alleyways and stuff and she was trying to get pregnant. And if for some reason you were trying to get pregnant, a good place to meet men for hookups would be at like strip clubs and stuff. I don't know why she was trying to get pregnant so hard at the age of 17. That's kind of crazy. I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't know what in that is. But I'm thinking maybe under perform, I'm also gonna put dance with sing. So I'll search that up later. I think we have two more videos involving the word wig.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Hannah didn't wear a wig. Hannah didn't wear a wig. It was just Eve's. Look at that. Oh, it drives me bonkers. Okay.
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
A blonde one? A blonde one? Hmm? Okay. Oh wait, there's 7 entries found. I can search wig again. Oh, look, my search history. What about wigs? No? How about hair? Okay, no, we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. The next rabbit hole, we just said we were gonna go down. Let me look. Then look at Helen first. Let's go to Helen. That's what we were gonna do. Stay on topic. Nope. We've already watched the ones about Helen. What was she saying?
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
I think Helen is Simon's mom.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen.
Okay, Helen is Helen's the girl he talks to at the bar. I don't think that's too utterly important. We're gonna check barmaid. Yeah, she's not even mentioned more than once, I don't think, in that context. So I'm gonna go with what you said. We're gonna do perform. Okay, wait, I know she said perform.
This other person doesn't exist what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything.
It could be anything. Even me, who conveniently wears a blonde wig. Hairs. There we go. There were hairs found at the scene.
What kind of hairs?
Mm-hmm. Wow, that was very important, huh? Strands? Nope. Okay. All right. What about sing? Nope. What about dance? Ah!
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding.
Okay, this has nothing. This is not.
We had our first dance to come back and stay.
Womp womp.
I'm
not
not
what
sure
I
if
thought.
that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment.
It's never over. I know that's not the song, but whatever. Okay,
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift.
Okay.
Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Diane.
That time. You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow. I don't know how to say it in an American accent. I only hear people say it in a British accent, so I don't even know how I'm supposed to say it. Glasgow? Man, hang on, wait, how'd she say it?
Been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time. You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow. Okay. I feel like anytime I say it, I feel like I'm trying to impersonate a British accent badly.
Yeah. We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos.
Yeah, she's got a thing for
His
Simon.
parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding.
Ooh!
But if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell.
She was pregnant at the wedding.
The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
All right, so we have now figured out why Eve was trying to get pregnant at 17. She was trying to get pregnant at 17 so that she could take the place of her sister Hannah whenever Hannah needed her to. Don't know why Hannah needed her to, but Hannah got pregnant at 17. So they can't swap places if one of them's pregnant and one of them's not. Hang on. What about knock? We didn't look up knock, did we? No, just the one. Code? No. Pregnant. I think you recommend pregnant, but then they'd have 2 babies. Ooh, good point. I searched a slash and I really don't want to do that. Okay.
I got pregnant.
Okay.
Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Well, I mean... 17? Married at 17?
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant.
Ooh.
It's morning sickness.
Ooh. Hannah's pregnant.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
We might need to
The
search
streets
Glasgow.
were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me.
Well, girl.
But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out.
You're right.
It was fine.
Hey, that's really weird because...
The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Scratch. I'm gonna put scratch down. Scratch is down. You're right, one of them is better at driving and that one is Hannah. Hannah got into a car crash. So that's weird if she's a good driver. I mean, obviously I'm not saying that good drivers can't get into car crashes, but it's weird for them to be like, oh, Hannah's such a good driver, and then Hannah be in a car crash. Like, that's a little out of character, I guess.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was...
I wrote it down. I wrote down when it happened that she was the better driver. I have it in my notes. So I know that was Eve that said that. It's the video where she goes, differences. Well, she's a better driver. And that's the one where she's wearing the Eve shirt.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
Okay.
The streets were empty. I was driving badly.
Badly. She was driving badly. She doesn't just have an accident. Nobody crashes into her. She said she was driving badly. That's weird for her sister to say, oh, she's a good driver. You know? Let's look up driving. Or drive.
I got in the car and I drove. And just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could.
From where, girl?
When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Here we go.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier,
Cavalier.
and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back. I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
Was that video weird to you? We know the one in the orange shirt is Hannah. Right? I have it written down. Hold on. Yes. We know the one in the orange shirt is Hannah. But in the beginning of the video, doesn't she talk like Eve?
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night.
It's...
After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Look, she looks over her shoulder.
I was upset.
She
and
changes
I
her
wanted to
demeanor.
get away.
Did you see that? Okay, tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me I'm not crazy. We know the orange shirt one is Hannah. But in the very beginning of that interview, she talks like Eve. She goes, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, and she's like very assertive. And then she like almost realizes what she does, looks over her shoulder. She looks over her shoulder, thinks about it, and then she snaps back into the Hannah voice. She's like, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Watch, watch, watch. She's so assertive in the beginning. That's not like Hannah.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Oh,
I was upset and I wanted to get away,
now her voice is softer.
so I took the car.
I'm not sure what tipped us off to think that that was Hannah, but when I figured it out, I wrote it down. It has something to do with this shirt. Something that the one in this shirt said. They were both of these people did a shared activity. So I know they're the same person. And I don't remember why it was that I wrote it down. But I did write down that the orange shirt is Hannah. Now for comparison, I'm gonna listen to Hannah.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier.
Yes, there's a car that we share versus
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. This one is, and then wait, oh my God, they're switching during the interviews. Because, oh my God, the one where she was like, my name, that's the only thing I lied about. Oh my God.
My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
This one is Eve.
My name.
So does that mean this one is really Hannah? They're switching. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I got it backwards. Yes, this one is Hannah.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith.
But then she lies about it.
My name. That was the only question I failed.
So this one is Eve pretending to be Hannah. But now what I'm realizing though from that is that they have been switching and playing each other. Hannah's been playing Eve and Eve has been playing Hannah in these interviews. If she lied about her name, let's think about this. Hold on, how do I want to say this? They called Hannah in for a lie detector test. They said when they were little, they would take tests at whichever ones... Oh my God! They said when they were little, whichever one was best at a subject, they would take each other's place and take that test for them. That means that Eve is covering for Hannah because Hannah is bad at lying. Hannah is bad at lying. That's why Hannah is having Eve cover for her for the lie detector test. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. So we know that they're working together. They're working together to cover something up. One of them did it, but since they're working together, that would mean that the other one knew that the opposite one did it. For example, I think Eve did it because she's being sus. But maybe Hannah did it. Because wait a minute, if Hannah had Eve cover for her for the lie detector test, that would mean Hannah's bad at lying. Why would Hannah have Eve cover for her if she was innocent? If she was innocent, she wouldn't have to lie. I think we need to figure something out where we get them to confess about trading places. So we know, we're trying to figure out who killed David, who killed Simon, who killed Simon. Yes, we can't trust the ones that we thought were Hannah because it might be Eve. Swap, switch, I looked up switch already, I can try it again. But what I was gonna say was, that pretty much solidifies in my mind that one of the sisters killed Simon. So all of these other names like Diane, Susan, Helen, all that stuff is just throwing you off the track, I feel like. It's throwing us off. Because we don't have to look them up because we know one of them did it. Swap. I haven't done swap. Oh! Look at you.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things.
Yup.
And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page.
Diary on the same page?
We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations.
Okay.
We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
You guys sound like you're doing too much. Rules. Here we go.
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault.
Mm-hmm.
She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity.
Okay, thank you for confessing. Now, which one are you?
Did they catch her there? I don't know.
That solidifies what we said. One of them killed Simon, but it wasn't her fault. So the other one is taking the fall. Did they catch her though? I don't know. Maybe it was a switch of identity. That's literally a summary for what I said.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon.
Identity.
So dangerous.
I'm going to put down identity, like alternate identity.
Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
Ouija board?
After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules.
Oh, there's more rules.
Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him.
Okay.
I mean, that's when she got pregnant.
They were sharing
From that
Simon
one
too.
time.
Okay, they were sharing Simon. Do you think the police siren lady shows up when the guilty one is on the screen? If that's the case, this is Eve. Hannah wanted to be the first, yeah. Wait. Yeah, it was Hannah.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others.
Ew.
The
You guys
rules
are...
had changed.
Ugh.
Me living
that's your
there had
sister.
become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Okay. Rules, switch, swap, flip, flop. What if I search flip, flop? Nothing, of course. Oh, I mean, it was worth a shot. What about trade? Trade places? No. Okay. Identity. Okay, this is the one we watched already. What about identities? Alternate identities? Personality. Weapon. How about weapon? Because we don't know what the murder weapon was.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
Whoa.
Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing.
Whichever one this is, that's the one they think is guilty. So that is Eve. Yep, that's Eve. Okay, that also adds to my theory. I just don't know why. No, this is dumb. What? I guess he was a glass. Maybe we can learn more about like his job.
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass.
Okay.
It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror. And he gave it to me.
Okay.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
What about... That was a weird... This is a whole new rabbit hole.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it
Okay.
is.
Ooh, we got a theory! Kay, coming in with a theory. Okay. Alright, throwing this out here. Would it make sense if Hannah killed Simon and it was an accident? So Eve is interviewing because she is a better liar. Eventually the police catch on, so in the last interview we see Eve throwing Hannah under the bus because she still holds a grudge from her upbringing. I am being so for real, that is literally what I'm thinking. She's holding a grudge from her childhood, and she's throwing her under the bus at the very end, even though she's the better liar, and they always have that's why they're so obsessed with rules. Like, that's... I really feel interesting. See, I thought Eve did it. At first I thought Eve did it, but then when I realized they started switching places, because in the one video, I wish I would have saved it. In the one video where she's wearing the orange shirt, she starts out as Eve, and then she starts pretending she's Hannah. She starts out assertive, and then she starts pretending she's Hannah. Hannah is having Eve cover for her. So Hannah has to be the killer. But how do I figure that out? And
Yes.
how do I win?
I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry.
Some petrol.
Tried calling someone from the payphone and then headed back.
I just want to say she has the daintiest, cuntiest little nose ever. Her bridge of her nose looks like she's had the most excellent nose job in the world. It looks so good. Which one likes black coffee? Hannah. Hannah does.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Well, maybe it's Eve.
Coffee, I guess.
Whoa,
Milk and
whoa.
sugar.
A whole new shirt from the 2nd of July.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
I'm sweet enough as it is. I hate that.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself.
Present to
I
myself.
shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby.
Milk and sugar. I don't know, it looks like they both drink coffee. Maybe one just likes it more than the other. But that's a weird, hold on, that's a weird thing to add in there if that's true.
Yes. And slept in the car.
Hannah's the one in orange, but we do think it's Eve pretending to be Hannah. Eve likes coffee.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
That's also Hannah. Weird. Oh, they take it differently. Wait, you're right. You're right. No cream and sugar versus...
About 8 years back. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say
She also likes coffee.
no. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water. Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Whoa, okay. They're wearing the same shirt.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Look at this. Look at this. What is happening?
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
That's Eve, by the way she's talking. Milk and sugar is Eve. Black coffee is Hannah.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
All right, the dates. June 18th versus...
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Are they wearing the same shirt?
A black coffee, thanks.
No, that's a dark blue shirt, and I think this is a black scoop neck. Yeah.
Coffee, I guess.
They're different shirts. Let me write that down. I have my Eve versus Hannah comparison chart here. Eve likes coffee black. Black? Hang on. Yeah. Hannah likes coffee black. My bad. Let me make sure again.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
And Eve likes milk and sugar. But like you said, we can compare from more on the June 18th one. I can cross this out later if I'm wrong, but I wrote it down for now, just as my guess. I wish I could search by date. What about, we've already done milk. Coffee. Drink. Nope. What about like... Not even the right day. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy! Let's just keep going on. What are my next story? Okay, scratch. There was a scratch on the side of the car. Nope, that was it. Ouija. I always forget how to spell Ouija. Ouija. I don't know, for some reason I thought that reacted to my word. Is that how you spell it? How do you spell Ouija? I'm stupid and I can't spell. O-U-I-J-A. There we go.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign.
Oh, okay.
You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind.
Okay, well, where's Simon's magic? Can he please tell us what
We used to
happened?
share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Here we go.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from.
Dollhouse, new word.
I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there.
Attic.
It
Why
is
am
a
I
beautiful
dumb?
thing.
Attic is also
All
a good
made
one.
To scale. Little furniture. The lights work.
Ooh, good point.
Mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows.
Grace Kelly death.
We spent hours and hours playing
1982,
it. We invented all these
September
characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all. Passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. was making the most horrendous noise.
Yep.
We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Okay. I know, these interviews are so old. Okay. It kind of sounds like something's like speaking in the squeaks of the things going on. What about September? Nope. Next we're gonna look up 1982 and then we'll look up 1983. All right. Dollhouse. Dollhouse. Here we go.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there. Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic.
This is Eve pretending to be
a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories. She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse. She hid me up there.
Okay.
No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
And that explains why they were tapping on the pipes.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Oh, that looks so good. Instant file access. Okay, that's nothing. If he went up, what would he find? His sister, or her sister. I think if he went up there, he would have found her, because that's where she was hiding, right?
Dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Yeah.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all.
We haven't searched attic yet. Nope, I guess we have. Or we've watched them all.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
I think Simon was murdered in the attic. I know, I don't know how to see the rest of them. Access limited to the first 5 entries. Oh, that drives me nuts. Attic space. Attic. What about in the attic? Oh, we got a new one.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games.
I don't think so.
Our imaginary friend.
Whoa!
Once, she was already
Whoa,
up and dressed,
whoa,
talking
whoa.
in the attic. A healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready.
This low-key sounds like
I
trauma.
was amazed.
So, here's why I don't think there's anything else in the computer. I've done this little like time thing that's just history. The settings doesn't do anything. It's only limited to first 5 entries. I think that's why in the tutorial it said it was so important to look up different phrases of words. What about attic mirror? See? Okay, we can do multiple words separated by comma and they don't have to be in order. Attic dead. Oh! Whoa! I said I thought he was killed in the attic. Oh my god.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time.
Okay.
I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD.
And that's why she was skinny.
And I came down one morning and they were dead.
Hannah's
They
parents?
were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot.
Hannah's parents.
And I'd slept through it.
What?
The police said it was the mushrooms they ate.
Mushrooms. Oh, we gotta write that
Dad was a
down.
mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them.
Well, that doesn't really mean anything.
There's no way he would have picked death caps.
Death caps. Holy. Yeah.
But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
They never even looked in the attic. What? Attic. Attic. Hannah. Attic. Attic. Yeah, let's just do mushroom. Here we go. Yes, Bree.
The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there.
Wait, where do you grow mushrooms?
Need.
The
Dad
cellar.
used to grow mushrooms there. The
Cellar?
bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Cellar bags.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms.
All
It
reliable.
was hard to believe. Death caps.
Police is a good one.
They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Okay. Also death caps. Nope, just those two. And then police. Here we go.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum
Affair.
had said.
Affair is also a good word.
She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby.
About the baby.
There's some boxes in the cellar,
Oh my
nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police. Those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
This is when she discovered Simon.
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Okay.
When will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but... Yeah. 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Oh my god! There's a whole app we haven't looked at. These are all the videos we've watched, all the videos we haven't watched. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see that there. Oh, we're missing so much of the story. Okay.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
Ooh. The black coffee is...
I tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman.
Hannah.
I found the body. His body. It didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut.
He was stabbed or slashed or whatever.
And I didn't see his glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Thick glasses.
He needed his glasses. This is Hannah, but I think this one is Eve pretending to be Hannah. I think the orange shirt, both the ponytail and the hair down is Eve pretending to be Hannah, covering for Hannah. Glass. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Okay. Glasses. Dead. Glasses. Simon. Glasses. His. Glasses. Him. Glasses. Glasses. Also, affair. Ha ha ha, what about that? Oh, juicy! Okay.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone.
She said, I'll confess literally later.
Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad?
Ugh.
Why are you so obsessed with sex?
This clip right here.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
2 cups. 2 cups and the shard of glasses on the table from the mirror.
Why are you trying to make me sad?
I don't like her attitude.
Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
Sex is one.
You cheated on your wife.
Oh my god. Ew.
Is this your thing?
No. Oh my god. Eve is crazy, bro.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Glasgow. I have a theory about blue t-shirt is the last time Eve ever tried to act as Hannah. I know, Brie, I'm the same way, like, not only just like recording everything and acting out everything, but like indexing every video by word. That's crazy. So, but also, did you catch that? She was in Glasgow at the time of the murder. Watch this shit. You know who else was in Glasgow? Hannah, aka Eve, pretending to be Hannah.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them.
I just drove north.
Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering.
This one's
and I
Eve.
decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Add a session. How do I get this out of here? I don't want this there anymore. Okay. But Glasgow drove. How about I just drove north. That's north. Hold on, I'm stupid. Look at this. This one is Hannah. Now listen, this was Eve saying I just drove north. Listen to this one.
I got in the car and I drove.
This is Hannah.
and just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Why do they both have the same story? This one is confirmed Eve. She said her name was Hannah, and then she said, I lied. My name isn't Hannah, my name is Eve, blah, blah, blah. Why would both sisters have the same exact story of what...
It's like I told you before. I drove.
Like I told you
took the
before?
car and drove.
That confirms that she's getting her story mixed up, and this is Eve pretending to be Hannah.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me.
They're twins, yes.
We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid, and he bought me a Whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
I don't know what a Whisper is, but it sounds delightful. Okay. What about this? What about this? I did it. I did it. What about just searching I did it and seeing which one says it?
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff.
I'm a teen shark.
Do you need me to do that card again? Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It was a special one-off. He made it. He decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
Where did you find it?
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once.
Oh, God.
Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Here we go.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life?
Yeah?
Isn't that private? Are you married? How is your sex life? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage. No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut.
Oh.
I'm the kind of person that would
Girl.
have sex with all those guys.
She was real defensive about that. There was already a clip where they show Eve the mirror, though, right? Okay, wait.
Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly.
This
The
is
mirror,
from that same...
It's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Okay, what about reflection? Here we go! We got more!
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements. Mother
That's
wanted
how
to
reflections
wear my hair
work,
long,
duh.
but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection.
Her
She
sister.
had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
One more under reflection.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
You're right. Oh, there were more cop sirens. Shoot. What about... We keep hearing cop siren. What about sirens? No? Siren? Cop? Arrest? Oh my god. We have a whole honey hole here.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Okay, girl.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Well, damn.
This is a nicer room. Is this where you take people when it's time to arrest them?
Her face fell real quick.
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for? Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
What? Hold on.
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Wait, are these in order? Hold on.
Yes.
2622. 1205. 2605.
This is a nicer room. Is this where you take people when it's time to arrest them? Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for? Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? What are we talking about? Okay.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove.
Yeah.
I wanted to think.
That's
there's a
right.
space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine.
12:50, 12:51, 12:52.
Payphone, she wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back.
12:56, 12:57, 12:58.
I had decided that she was more important to me.
12:01.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Whatever happened between 12 hours and 42 seconds and 12 hours, or 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 42 seconds, and 12:05 is gotta be diabolical. 12:05. Oh my god. This is it. 11:28, 11:45. Something is going on here. She just had a confession. She said, "Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?"
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
What does that even mean? I had to do my Duolingo. Whatever happened between 12 o'clock and 12:05 is gotta be diabolical. That's the confession. How do I find that? I think she just means Eve doesn't exist because she's technically Hannah. Let me think. But then either way, you'd be able to arrest one of them for the crimes. Oh, it's just the, you're right. It's like just the lead up to that clip is what I need. Lied. Lying. Truth. Here we go. Oh, 11:32.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches,
Stories.
magical mirrors, and lost children.
Magical mirrors, lost children.
So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Okay, good. I think something here with the word stories. 12.
No, it was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was... Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. It's okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. I said. We're gonna go back to I said.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Okay.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I don't know.
That's talking about her parents. I think we are slash stabbed. Cuts. Here's a new one. 11:42.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real.
Yes, Hannah went to the
bizarre,
police.
violent. Felt like life. We had this huge...
But I think it was a
book
cover-up.
I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Stories. 8 entries found. How about stories? And we're sure it's Hannah and not Eve. Yes, that was in the dark blue shirt. I'm very sure that one's Hannah. Stories told? Stories all stories?
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins.
I think so. I'll check again.
We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Oh, this was before Princess Diana died. Oh my god. Let's see. Evil. You checked everything on the desktop, right? Let me look. I'm pretty sure I did. What about the trash? Whoa! Hack info? Cracks with class? It makes a face! Is that Princess Diana? Am I tripping? Hack? Mirror game? One for the mums here. Classic two-player strategy for lunch gaming. Grace Kelly. Oh! Yeah, it is. It is Grace Kelly. Crack with class. Mirror game! What is it with mirrors? I don't know how to play this. Oh my god. What is the goal? I'm playing as both players. Oh wait, hold on. Of course you would know. I don't know what this game is. I've never heard of it. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna fill in all the squares and see if it resets. So I can actually play it for real. I don't even know how to play. But I can't play now. I won! I think it's weird how you're playing as both player 1 and... You took the words out of my mouth. No. They're one person acting as two. What if they're the same person? What if one of them said she didn't have like a birth certificate? ID? Birth certificate? ID? Oh my god, driver's license? Fake tattoo? Maybe it's a fake one. I don't know how to spell license, so that's probably not right.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. Excuse that. In a tooth.
Okay, not important. What about this one?
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve.
Bipolar might be a search term? That's true. What is... No, how about... try? Like we tried to switch?
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll try my best to remember.
Wow, that was so helpful.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and...
What about same?
I got back to the house and...
Read me. Its instructions, computer technology. In the coming years, the database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape in Portsmouth. Yes, I was there. I mean, that's just an example, but maybe we can look that up. I know. Really, read me. Here's the database. I filed the Freedom of Information Act. No one has touched them since 1999. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly damaged in 97. SB. What if I just hit log off? What would that do? Close the game, probably.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower, the phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it, I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again.
Yeah, I was wondering that, but I didn't know how to find the password.
And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Quit this logic section. I'm scared to quit it. Oh, I'm scared I'll lose all my my effort. What about same? Ah!
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course
Rehearsed.
I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
Rehearsed. What about rehearsed? She asked for a lawyer and then she's like, no lawyer. Hold on. So watch these.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other.
Just that? Stories? How do you... Okay, wait. Quotes from Eve. How do you arrest someone that doesn't exist? These stories we've been telling each other are... I'm just gonna put these stories are just stories. So, like, is she lying about all this? Is she just making this stuff up? Like, none of it's real?
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
She literally asks for one. I have a friend that does that. That is so funny. Bye.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was.
Dollhouse and all. That's what made me search the dollhouse.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but
House
it
is a
wouldn't be
good one.
idea. It would be too sad. I'm staying at a friend's.
Here we go. This is Hannah.
He was wearing a shirt. It's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear.
He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Oh my god. I wish I had some kind of file in
Sure.
the case.
Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Phone. Phone number. Number.
He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Offsets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before, when he comes in, if he's in the house.
Before when he comes in.
I wasn't in the house.
%. We are only 50% through. How about...
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me.
Oh my god.
And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days.
Hurt.
She snapped a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen.
Oh, how sweet. That's adorable.
So much of our bodies was synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our
On the
childhood diseases,
same
stomach
day?
bugs, nits.
Lice? These people are the same person. Oh my god, they are. More of that interview.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
Oh.
Amazing, right?
I know, we're getting so close.
This fucking magic sperm.
Ew. Whoa, what?
And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him.
Oh my god.
Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
If she... Why did that happen?
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused.
I'm scared.
I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now?
Your period stopped, girl, because you lost weight because you got an
God,
STD.
I really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You have to be your own people.
We had become different.
I think she's lying about all of that.
Can you imagine? Become different.
I think they're both pregnant at the same time. I know. They're I think they might be the same person, but why would they kill Simon? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I know.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
This was early on. Why does she do it on different fingers? That's I. Hold on. I'm gonna figure out which one's left and which one's right. Oh my god. She does the knot code. Look at this, look at this. Okay. So the way the knot code works, we know the way that the knot code works is to understand one letter, you have to get 2 sets of knocks, right? So for example, I, the letter I is 3 and then 1. And then the letter L is 3 and then 4. So each letter has 2 sets of wraps, okay? This is crazy. This is the craziest detail I've noticed yet. Watch carefully. Keep in mind, you gotta pay attention to how many sets of knocks there are, but watch this. To get I, you gotta do 2 sets of knocks. To get L, you gotta do the 2 sets of knocks. First set, second set. 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 So, what I have concluded from that, if you were actually knocking in knock code to another person, I feel crazy. Oh my God. If I were knocking to you guys in knock code, I would have to go, so you would know what I was saying, so you would know what letter I said. I would have to go, that's I, because it's the third row, first letter. You have to do 2 sets. Because she split them up, she is insinuating that, oh my God, I don't even know how to verbalize this. She does the first set, then the second set on different fingers. So if she was doing the knock code to herself, she would be knocking for both Eve and Hannah, knocking out messages. Do you guys see what I'm saying? She's doing, but yes, she's doing both sides of the conversation. She does. She has a split personality. This is confirming it. Watch. Because, okay, back to what I said. Hang on. Here's the knock code. Here's the first 3 of the knock code. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is I. I'm gonna show you guys this. Hang on. And this is L. For every letter, you have to do 2 sets of knocks. I is 3 knocks and then a knock. Then 4 knocks and then a knock. Watch. One, 2, 3, 4. She splits the letters, the code that equals the letter, she splits it in 2 over 2 different fingers. Why would you do that? Hold on, put this on a beat. It's gotta be the same person. Oh my God, we've gotta figure this out. We're so close. It's the same person. I'm convinced it is the same person. But maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Maybe I've been under this assumption. Who is we? Okay, guys. And by guys, I mean the 2 of you. Here's my theory. I think she has had these 2 personalities her whole life. Previously, I had thought that she had made up Eve as a personality to cover for herself. I thought like either Hannah killed Simon and she made up Eve, or Eve killed Simon or she made up Hannah, right? To give herself an alibi, right? But if that were the case, the police would know that one of them didn't have a real identity and a real ID. What if the police know that she's one person already? And they're just trying to get a confession because they know she did it. Yes, I think she has always had this like story she's made up to the point where she fully believes she's 2 people. And that's why, oh my God, no, that's, I don't even know how to verbalize what I'm saying. Thank you. I'm glad you can perceive my ramblings. So what I'm saying is, instead of an alibi, I think she's had this going on the whole time. which changes, yes, like they're literally different people in one body, which changes why Simon could have been murdered. Before, one of them is just an excuse, one of them is just an alibi. But what if one of them killed Simon because they were literally mad at the other? Which would explain why when she does the knock code, she splits it up. Because she's knocking the same letter back to herself. Oh my god, there's 2 wolves inside you. Stop, Bree, literally, because, okay, the way you said, how can you convict? She literally says, how can you arrest someone that doesn't exist? When she's Hannah, Eve doesn't exist. When she's Eve, Hannah doesn't exist. So this woman, in her delusions of grandeur, thinks that she's gotten away scot-free. But the police know she's one person, right? They're just trying to get a confession. So if we can figure out which video clip has the confession, right? Then the case will have been solved. And I still think the confession takes place between 12 and 12:05. And I don't know how to find it. What is she talking about right at the end of 12?
It's like I told you before, I drove. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
We'll watch this one.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
My question is that if she has 2 and 1, and one committed the crime, and one of them is switching MS, I think they, to an extent, know that they're both... I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it. Oh. 10 entries found, limited to first 5 entries. Glasgow, Eve. Glasgow, Simon. $12.42. That's the same one. Glasgow, dead. Glasgow, found. Glasgow, cut. Mirror. They have that shard in a bag. No, literally, me when I forget my password. Mirror, shard. Mirror, cut. Ah! Wait! Oh my god. It's right before what we need.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
That's the name of the game! They said it! They said the name of the game, Her Story. This is
Her
important.
story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, put on my clothes,
I knew she wore a wig.
pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me.
Hannah was pretending to be Eve.
He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
Oh my god!
You meant to scare him off.
Guys! That was it! Oh my god! Do you guys know what this means? Okay, wait. Oh my god! Guys, I feel like Spencer from freaking that one show, Spencer Reed. Oh my god. Okay. Hannah was pretending to be Eve. Simon said he wanted to be with Eve, but Hannah was pretending to be Eve. So it made Hannah mad. Simon gives Hannah the same Spencer from iCarly. Oh my god. Spencer from iCarly gives Hannah the mirror. No. Simon gives Hannah the mirror, and because he says, quote, what was his quote? Hold on. Another mirror.
Just like the one he'd given her
Earlier.
earlier.
Simon knows that his wife has two personalities, and he prefers Eve's personality. And he said, this is just like the one I gave you earlier. He made two mirrors. He gave one to Eve and he gave one to Hannah. And Hannah was so jealous that he was giving Eve special treatment and he wanted to be with Eve that Hannah slashed his throat. Guys, is that it? Did I win? Did I win? I don't even know. What do I do? I think that's it. Now what? Do I just sit here or? I'm scared. I don't even know what to do now. Well, they said I was halfway through the database of the videos, but that doesn't mean that all of them are important. Some of the videos are literally like 2 seconds long and they don't mean anything. So I'm sure there's a ton of good information that would help me figure this out in there, but also there's a ton of BS. So look at, what is that? Oh my god. How's it going down there? Are you done? That just appeared randomly. That has not been there the whole game. I'm saying yes. Good. So you think you understand why your mother did what she did? I'm the baby! I'm the baby! The pregnant baby! Or not the pregnant baby, what the fuck? The baby that she is pregnant with! That's why these videos are so old! I'm a baby! I'm literally a baby right now! That's why these videos are so, that's why I'm investigating so much later than when the videos were recorded. The baby had to grow up in order to ask to get the information from the police. That's why they use the Freedom of Information Act to retain this thing. I'm not a cop. I'm a grieving teenager. That's why they use the Freedom of Information Act to get this logic database from years ago. Sarah! Look! They named the baby Sarah! I'll be waiting outside. Log off and we can meet over the road. I'm done! Oh my god, I feel like a wizard. Credits! I did it! You know what's crazy about this game? I guess if you just happen to guess the correct search terms by chance, that chit chat thing can pop up, and then you can just say the word yes twice, and the credits will roll and you won't have figured anything out. That's kind of cool though, how this game is interpretive. No, this game is really sad, actually. I am an orphan. That's pretty sad. Wow. I think I'm gonna be making a YouTube video on this later. I'm definitely gonna see if I can find a way to access all the videos and watch them through in chronological order. I'm sure this game's from 2015. I'm sure someone has done it. And then I'm gonna give my breakdown on the video, breakdown on the game, because that was so fun. It was frustrating, but it was very rewarding. I really feel like, wow, holy cow. And to think that I tracked all of this back, like we were working together. This was so much more fun with people in the chat. Can we look it up to see if you were 100% right? Yeah, we can look it up. What should I look up? Her Story 2015 game ending explained. How about that? Does that sound like a good one? Yeah, watch me be wrong. Watch it be like, actually, it was the Colonel Mustard with the knife in the kitchen in the library. Okay, her story ends with a revelation. I have Google up. Her story ends with the woman in the interviews, Eve, and her supposed identical twin Hannah are the same person, potentially suffering from DID, that she murdered her husband Simon after he rejected Hannah for Eve, leading to the player, revealed as Eve's daughter Sarah, being asked to meet her. The ending confirms that Simon was killed by Hannah, Eve's other personality, as he preferred the blonde wigged Eve. But the final question suggests that the player, Sarah, might be inheriting this complex story, leaving the ultimate truth ambiguous. Yes, good one, Bree, with the DID call out. Wow, what a cool game. And it's so cool that it's called Her Story, and the clip is like, her story is, and that's like what, like, oh my god, that pieces it together. Oh my god, how cool. Anyway, I'm stoked. I'm jazzed up. I'm not gonna be able to sleep after this. I'm gonna be thinking about this. Maneater, I will look at that up. I don't even know what it is because I'm so out of the loop. I'm literally just playing games from 2015, like right now, so I'm writing that down. I'm tired. I was up till midnight last night because it was literally like New Year's Eve, duh. I wasn't gonna be a party pooper. It's about shark eating. Ooh. That sounds cool, obviously. All right, I am gonna get off here though. Me sleepy. Anyway, I'm gonna be staring at the ceiling. I'm actually too hyped up to sleep. I'm literally, oh my god. And I wanna say, Kay, thank you so much for like sticking with me through this. That was so cool of you. And also, Bree, thank you so much for popping in. Everyone in the chat, that was so nice of you guys, and thank you for helping me crack this. I seriously could not have done it without you. Like, Kay, you're a big reason that I finished this game. So, I will shout you out in my YouTube video. It will be posted on Melody Forever After. That's my VOD channel. The entire video, the VOD, will be put on Melody Forever After. And then I will make a theory video / breakdown video, and I will post that on my regular channel, Melody Ever After. And if you're interested, reach out to my Discord and I can credit whatever social medias you want. Thank you so much for watching. 100% achievement. Oh my god. Imagine me going through like 100 more videos. Oh my god. Remember me when you win an award? What award am I gonna be winning? The Yaps-A-Lot award? Anyway, I'm so excited to make a video about this. Thank you guys for popping in, and I'm so glad we solved that because I was low-key getting a little worried that I would have to abandon the game. Bye!